What's up, guys? It's Chase here, and today, you guessed it, we are going to be going over my Arcanist tank update, or my gimmick tank. This time, I actually have a surprise for you guys at the end. I'm actually going to demonstrate its power, but let's go over the basics as always first. This is my on-buff stats. All attributes go into health. I got 41k health, 14k magicka, 12k stamina, 3300 weapon and spell damage. I got fairly decent recovery, 40k resistance, 23.4k critical, and I wouldn't worry about the penetration because I'm a gimmick tank. I am using the Serpent Mundus Stone. My food is the smoked bear haunch. And now this is my buff stats. Alright, now let's go over the gear. So, you don't need potions on this build, because your sustain is too strong. Or your sustain is already strong enough if you do. But if you do use potions, then I would go with the Essence of Health, because you have health. Your health recovery is a lot lower than Mag and Stam, so I would go with that if you do end up using potions. So, for my weapon, I have the Ice Staff of the Willow's Path with the Hardening enchantment for a damage shield, and then Defending trait. So I'm using 4 pieces of this set for the extra recovery. And then I have the Ring of the Willow's Path with stamina recovery and protective. Necklace of Willow's Path with health recovery and protective. And then Oaken Soul Ring with magicka recovery and protective. I'm not going to read all that, but if you want to, then pause it and read it. But I ain't reading all that. I've read it before in my other videos. And now for my armor, I'm using fortified brass. Okay, so everything is heavy. This heavy fortified brass boots with reinforced, heavy pants with reinforced, heavy gloves with reinforced, heavy belt with reinforced, heavy chest with reinforced. And then for my monster set, wait a second, okay. Hang on, I forgot to tell you where these come from. So Willow's Path is crafted, Fortified Brass is crafted. Oaken Soul Ring, you might need to look up a tutorial. But there's this YouTuber that helped me get it. His username is Hack the Minotaur. And if you want to get Oaken Soul, I would recommend checking him out, because he helped me get mine. Alright, so for Lord Warden, again, both of them are heavy pieces. This comes out of Veteran Imperial City Prison. And again, I've reinforced on both. Now for my skills, it is very important that you are primarily an Arcanist for this. You have to have access to both the Warden and Arcanist class for this build, but you need to be an Arcanist primarily, or primary, because you're using 2 skill lines from the Arcanist. So, I'm using Runic Sunder for my taunt. This gives you mitigation. It will... Alright, this gives you armor, it gives you mitigation, and it reduces the damage done by the attacker. Alright, Spite Ward of the Lucid Mind. This is your burst heal. Or this is your base heal, never mind. This is your burst heal. This is your base heal. So you're using this more often, and you're going to use this in case of emergencies. It heals you a little bit more, but it costs a lot more as well. So you need every passive for all three of these skill lines. Now for green balance, I have Healing Thicket for my ultimate. You need to spam this as much as possible. Anytime that... Okay, I am going to demonstrate it real quick. Actually, I'll wait until my friend gets in here. Alright, so for Destruction Staff, you need the bottom two passives and then the top one. For Heavy Armor, you need every passive. For Undaunted, you need every passive. Same with Assault and Support, you need every passive. And now, Revealing Flare, you don't need to morph this. You don't need to use it. All you have to do is just keep it slotted, and that's an extra 10% mitigation. And I am a high elf race, because I'm a Magicka build. Now, champion points. You should get Gifted Rider. By the way, it is very important that you max out both your mount speed and stamina on this build, because this is an open world Cyrodiil build. Alright, so get War Mount and Gifted Rider. You need Treasure Hunter, Steadfast Enchantment, max out Breakfall, max out Steed's Blessing, Professional Upkeep, and Sustaining Shadows. And the rest is honestly totally up to you. Alright, so max out all these passives in here. Max out these ones and this for precision. You need to get Soothing Tide, add Swift Renewal, and then Enduring Resolve. And come in here, this is your flex spot. You either get From the Brink, or you get this one. This will give you more recovery, but this will give you a damage shield. I like the damage shield personally, but that's up to you. That's your flex spot. So, Boundless Vitality, Slippery, max out this, and then max out Pain's Refuge. And now come over here and get Shield Master. Come in here and max out Hasty. Come in there and max out Nimble Protector, and that's pretty much it for all the passives. Now I'm just going to teach you how to make the banner. And then I'm going to get a friend in here. Alright, so what you need is Mitigation, Class Mastery, and Resolve. Banner stays up at all times. If you run really low on magic, you just heavy attack. The only time banner should go down is if you're out of stamina. Then you put banner down, and then the moment your stamina recharges to full, you immediately put banner back up, like that. Because banner will reduce your damage taken and give you resistance and generate crooks. Alright, now I'm gonna get my friend in here. Now that I've demonstrated all that. Alright, so blood's gonna come in here so that way I can demonstrate the tank's mitigation and power. And I'm also gonna show you the rotation as I'm doing that. Alright, so what you do, build 3 crooks, cast your shield, make sure to keep heavy attacking because that'll give you another shield. The moment that ultimate charges up, you need to cast it. So this is what the mitigation looks like on this build. And the healing. And I don't even have overheals turned on in my settings. So the numbers could be even higher. But just keep heavy attacking. And then you build 3 crooks, cast your shield. Remember, you're an ulti spammer, so you need to be spamming that ultimate as much as possible. See, when she stuns me, it doesn't do anything. I immediately break out with no cost because I'm running slippery. The more debuff she puts on me, the tankier I become. Alright, so that's what this tank does. That's how the mitigation works. And that's the full rotation. So I hope this build is as much help for you as it is for me.